On Apple Valley News now, a deadly outburst of gunfire at Benton City graduation party last June. Now a man charged with murder appears in Benton County Court. Plus, new information regarding plans to reintroduce grizzly bears to the North Cascades after a lawmaker says most people oppose the plan. Supporters have begun to speak up.
And we've had a chilly day around eastern Washington. I'm tracking overnight fog in my first alert forecast. Get to all those details coming right up.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. We begin with new developments this evening in a deadly shooting at a Benton City party back in June. Today, the Benton County Sheriff announced a 20-year-old man is charged with killing Jesus Cachon Contreras. Investigators say the incident started with a known gang associate shooting into a graduation party on North Willard Avenue in Benton City in the early hours of June 10th. 5 people were injured. That suspected shooter also behind bars. But today, investigators say someone at the party shot back, killing one person.
As the vehicle fled the scene, Cruz, an individual already known to Marin and Contreras Chacon, shot at Martinez's vehicle multiple times using a different firearm, ultimately striking it several times. Evidence showed that the shooting from Cruz was the direct result of Contreras Chacon's death, who was riding in the rear seat of the car.
20-year-old Elijah Cruz was already in the Benton County Jail on different charges. Now he's charged with first-degree murder. Today in court, the judge ordered that Cruz be held without bond. He's due back in court at the end of November. A Kennewick woman appeared in Multnomah County, Oregon courtroom today accused of firing a gun inside Portland International Airport late Tuesday night. 47-year-old Laura Patterson is charged with 4 counts of attempted murder, possession of a firearm in a public building, and interfering with public transportation, among other charges. Witnesses told authorities that Patterson fired several shots into the air. Nobody was hurt. Police say Patterson did not have a ticket. It's not clear why she was at the airport. And an update tonight on a former Yakima County deputy prosecutor charged with sexually assaulting a former intimate partner several times in 2021. We reported on this case after Alvin Guzman was charged back in 2022. We learned that at the same time he was accused of sexual assault, he was actually handling sexual assault cases in Yakima County Superior Court. His case is being handled in Kittitas County Superior Court. They have now set a trial date for November 27th. A Kennewick man has been charged in a hit-and-run crash that involved a Pasco bicyclist last month. Victoriano Aguilar Larios is charged with vehicular assault and failing to stop at the scene of an injury accident. He has pleaded not guilty. Now, authorities say Aguilar Larios was behind the wheel of his Dodge Dakota truck when he hit a person on a bike outside of the Albertsons grocery store on October 27th. Investigators say they used surveillance video from the Albertsons and from down the street to track down the truck. Aguilar Larios is out of jail on $15,000 bond. A Benton County District Judge has agreed to a censure and suspension by the Commission on Judicial Conduct. District Court Judge Terry Tanner signed an agreement from the Commission for a censure, which includes suspension from serving as a judge for 30 days without pay. The Commission says a censure is the most severe disciplinary action it can issue. Judge Tanner was disciplined due to being arrested for DUI in January of this year. He was previously convicted of a DUI in 2018 and was sanctioned by the Commission at that time. Both times he was arrested involved crashing his vehicle. He has been in substance abuse treatment since the January arrest and will remain on probation for the next 5 years. The Commission also says if Tanner drinks alcohol in any amount, he must immediately resign. You can read more on this at applevalleynewsnow.com. And Benton County Prosecuting Attorney Eric Eisinger expressed to the district court earlier this year that Tanner should be disqualified from serving as a judge at this time. The Commission disagreed, calling it a, quote, complex decision, end quote. Well, what a difference 24 hours makes. Wednesday's gray skies gave way to lots of sunshine this morning. I was up on Canal Drive earlier today, saw the cloud formation along the horizon. Stacey Lee is tracking the changing conditions in your first alert forecast.
First, we're going to look outside because we want to capture this beautiful sunset on our Legends Casino Skycam. Beautiful tonight. Again, those clear skies mainly in the area, but things are going to go to the fog. 39 degrees right now. It's been rather chilly. Our winds are light at 5 miles per hour. And visibility has been sketchy today in some places. Toppenish, low visibility, low hanging clouds. We did get a little bit of fog lift out of Walla Walla, but we are going to see that build up over the night tonight as those temperatures drop. If you're heading out of town, you're going to want to check the forecast in those mountain passes. We're expecting some snow there. Rain on the west side in Seattle. If you're heading to Portland this weekend, you're going to encounter rain showers again and some wet weather and possibly some fog through the Columbia River Gorge. Heading up to Spokane, you'll see that fog on Friday. Overcast skies Saturday with rain on the way Sunday. Temperatures tonight chilly. We're down below freezing in most of the area overnight tonight. And we've got patchy late night, early morning fog. And with those low temperatures, we could see freezing fog, which could mean for slick roads for your commute late tonight or tomorrow morning. Strong gusty winds headed our way Saturday, as well as weekend showers and mountain snow. Lots to get to in that first alert full weather forecast. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. The U.S. Senate has voted to approve a bill that would avert a government shutdown. The continuing resolution keeps the government funded at least through the holidays. It does not include aid for Ukraine or Israel. Now, a stopgap funding bill will run out on January 19th for priorities, including military construction, transportation, and Veterans Affairs. February 2nd is the deadline to fund other departments. According to the House Speaker, this unusual two-step deadline keeps lawmakers from trying to pass a big budget bill right before the holidays. It now heads to President Biden's desk for his signature. Meanwhile, Senate Republicans are once again fighting each other, this time over military promotions and a Pentagon abortion policy. Rachel Bate has the latest from the nation's capital.
Infuriated Republicans taking to the floor of the Senate late last night, lambasting one of their own GOP colleagues for single-handedly blocking hundreds of military promotions. Tempers flared into the wee hours of the morning as Republicans tried to confirm dozens of the more than 400 nominations that had been languishing. The holdup? Senate Republican Tommy Tuberville of Alabama, who has refused to allow those promotions in protest of the Pentagon's abortion access policy.
I stand for life, but I will not do it at the expense of these individuals.
One by one, between midnight and almost 4 a.m., Senate Republicans rising to read the service members' biographies and praising them as heroes.
Captain Kaprowski served in the U.S. Navy since receiving his commission in 1995. Did I say it? 1995?
And one by one, Tuberville objecting to their promotions, arguing that the Pentagon needs to change its abortion access policies.
If the Pentagon lifts the policy, then I will lift my hold.
Tuberville's blockade already impacting service members and their families, and, according to military leaders, undermining military readiness.
We would like the holds to be lifted so that we can ensure that we have the right officers and the right jobs at the right time.
Senate Democrats have introduced a rule change to try to end Tuberville's holds. So far, Republicans unwilling to join Democrats, but one member warning last night that may soon change.
This will be the last holiday this happens. If it takes me to vote to break loose these folks, I will.
That was ABC's Rachel Bade reporting. The Senate is expected to vote on that rules change after the Thanksgiving congressional recess, when Democrats will need 9 Republicans to join for that proposal to pass. As one Senate Democratic source told reporter Rachel Bade, Republicans at that time will have to, as he said, put up or shut up. Leaders here in Eastern Washington are spearheading a bipartisan effort to demand federal protection for kids online. They say there's an urgent need to pass the Kids Online Safety Act. Kids and teenagers are exposed to different types of content on the internet every day. We know this. It can influence their lives and play a role in their mental well-being. So this proposal would put in place safeguards to protect children from toxic forms of media. Parents and kids would have the ability to control personalized recommendations and limit harmful content that is sent to them.
But I want them to seek out and find knowledge and to learn and maybe even ask questions that they're not comfortable coming to me with yet, and to practice those questions, but it will allow me to control to some degree what they're consuming, meaning that what they have access to and who's talking to them.
The proposal would also make online platforms responsible for providing a safe environment for kids, and there would be yearly audits making sure that they do so. We've been reporting on the community's reaction to a proposed plan to bring grizzly bears to the North Cascades. Tonight, we're getting some answers from Washington Representative Dan Newhouse. When we first talked to Newhouse, he said most people in Washington state are against the plan to bring back grizzlies. Then we heard, though, from supporters who told us the situation is more complicated than Newhouse makes it out to be. They also took issue with some of his statements, so we brought those concerns back to Newhouse.
Most conversations I've had with people are those that do not support, but I've also tried to listen to both sides.
Coming up tonight at 6, we'll hear how Newhouse responds to concerns from supporters of the grizzly bear plan. The city of Pasco has officially changed the speed limit on Burns Road, going from 50 miles per hour to 35 miles an hour. The Pasco City Council approved that move after Burns Road was recently annexed into Pasco city limits from Franklin County. The decision to lower the speed limit was due to residential growth in the area and an increase in traffic. The city also had a study done on the road. It found Burns was a 2-lane stretch without sidewalks, curbs, gutters, and no on-street parking. The price of oil has dropped sharply. U.S. oil prices fell nearly 6% to a low of $72 per barrel, the lowest level since July. Crude oil has dropped 23% since September, and it's a change from earlier this fall when oil prices were approaching $100 a barrel. Now, the national average for gasoline sits at $3.34. That's much lower than we're paying here in Washington, where the average is $4.47. According to AAA, Tri-Cities drivers are paying $4.33 per gallon. Gas sells for an average of $4.10 per gallon in Yakima, with Walla Walla drivers paying a lot more at $4.66. Oregon's state average is $4.15. Those holding federal student loan debt resumed making payments in October, and according to the federal government, efforts to make it easier to have that dismissed through bankruptcy court are working. Borrowers have to show that satisfying the debt would cause undue hardship for the debt to be dismissed. The federal guidance issued last year tried to streamline that process to make it easier to prove undue hardship. Between November of 2022 and last September, officials say 632 cases seeking dismissal of student debt were filed. That's a significant increase since the new process was instituted. The Justice Department said 99% of them had partial or full dismissal of their debt. It is Golden Bachelor night, and tonight we're hearing from local contestant Faith Martin ahead of the show. There's a chance for more fog in parts of eastern Washington. We're talking changes ahead for the weekend coming up in your first alert forecast. And a lot of people excited about this one. Union Gap is about to get a skating rink at the Valley Mall, and we got a special preview.
We're still going for that nice catch.
We're still going for that sweet shot.
And with higher stroke risk from AFib not caused by a heart valve problem,
we're going for a better treatment than warfarin. Eliquis. Eliquis reduces stroke risk and has less major bleeding. Over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke.
Don't stop taking Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. Get help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
The #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner. We're going for it. Ask your doctor about Eliquis.
With the winter months approaching, it's that time of year to do what we can to provide the best holiday season to the little ones in our valley. From now to the end of the year, Pingree Ford will be collecting new and gently used coats for Kids, as well as new unwrapped toys for Toys for Tots. We're committed to the children in our community, and we hope you can join us in our mission. Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
For 25 years, you have chosen Smart Law as your legal team. Times may change, but our commitment to you remains the same. We believe everyone has the right to exceptional legal representation. From all of us at Smart Law, we thank you for your trust and will continue to serve and fight for our clients and their loved ones. Smart Law, smart choice.
Is Medicare planning the last thing on your list? If you're approaching retirement age, contact the professionals at Stand Fortier Insurance Services and get answers to all your Medicare insurance questions. Let Stand Fortier guide you through the Medicare maze. Stand Fortier Insurance Services, bringing clarity to the complex.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back. The Valley Mall in Union Gap is getting a head start on Christmas with the arrival of Santa tomorrow night. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell got a sneak peek at a brand new holiday attraction and all of the fun events coming up this winter.
The Valley Mall is setting up a winter wonderland in the parking lot across from Fuji, featuring a Christmas tree farm, fire pits to roast marshmallows, and of course, the highly anticipated ice rink. The opening celebration kicks off Friday night at 6 with the arrival of Santa, crafts, giveaways for the first 450 kids, and the opportunity to skate with Mrs. Claus. Plus, Christmas carolers, a special performance from the cast of West Valley's Frozen Jr.
Do you want to build a snowman?
And a magical Christmas tree lighting.
Once the trees are lit, they are these gorgeous trio of programmable trees. The biggest one's 21 feet tall. So we'll be out here in the Wonderland. Just the kids are going to help Santa with that magic and just welcome the holidays to Yakima Valley.
Ice skating is $14 for those 13 and older and $11 for those 12 and under. The Gasling Farms Christmas Tree Farm opens on November 21st and runs through December 17th. But the Winter Wonderland will be up starting Friday night. Reporting in Union Gap, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thanks, Emily. We know a lot of people have been watching Golden Bachelor every week on Thursdays here on ABC. Stacey Lee sat down with the first ever Golden Bachelor, Gary Turner, earlier this week. After that, she got to interview Benton City's own Faith Martin to talk about all of the iconic moments from the season so far.
But when you pulled up on the motorcycle and did the hair flip, which is now a GIF.
A GIF, yeah.
How is that to become a GIF?
Oh my gosh. I said when I got done and I got home and everything, I was like, that's one of the best parts of the show. Check that out. Look at that. That was so fun.
So coming up tonight at 6, we'll have an extended interview. Is Faith going to be the first ever Golden Bachelorette? She's got the answer to that question coming up. And you can join us tonight for our Golden Bachelor watch party. That's coming up at Twig's Bistro and Martini Bar in Kennewick. Stacey Lee will be there. We will continue to watch Gary continue to look for love. Tonight, he's traveling to Costa Rica for overnight dates, hoping for some alone time with Leslie and Teresa. That show all starts at 8.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacey Lee.
And it's been a chilly day today, and if you're thinking it feels cold outside right now, you are right. Check out these temperatures. We're a full 10 degrees cooler right now in Dayton, 4 degrees cooler in Walla Walla, 5 degrees cooler than we were 24 hours ago in the Tri-City. So it has been rather chilly through the area, and the temperatures will continue to stay low. We're also tracking some late night, early morning fog in the region. So be prepared for that. With these temperatures this low tonight, we could see freezing fog developing and landing on the roadways, which means we could have some slick conditions through the area late tonight or early tomorrow morning for that commute. So plan ahead for that, and I always test the road. I kind of hit my brake and just see if I slide a little bit. So you might want to do that tomorrow morning as you head out the door. Plus, get ready to scrape the windshield. You'll need a couple extra minutes to do that tonight for certain. Let's take a look at those temperatures that I'm speaking of overnight tonight. Again, very, very chilly through the area. Look at this. We're going to be right almost below freezing in Walla Walla. We will be at the freezing level in Dayton, below freezing here in the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities area, Toppenish through Ellensburg in the 20s. So very cold. Grab a coat. You're going to need it for tonight. Again, patchy fog and freezing fog in the region tonight. Low clouds, and that fog will hang around some areas on and off most of the day, but then we'll start to see some of that clearing out later in the afternoon. Our temperatures are running just about 10 degrees below average for this time of year. We'll see a high tomorrow of 47 in Dayton, a chilly 42 in Walla Walla, 43 in Tri-Cities, 45 tomorrow in Toppenish, 44 for Ellensburg and for Yakima. Let's plan your day tomorrow just so you know what's happening. Again, look for that early morning fog. Tri-Cities, 32 degrees out the door at 8 o'clock. Those winds will be light. At noon, we should bump up to 41, overcast conditions, and our light winds continue at least through the evening. 42 with some clearing skies around 4 o'clock, but then that fog just comes right back in. So just be ready for that. Yakima, not quite as foggy there, but very chilly out the door at 8, 27 degrees. We hit the low 40s and we just kind of stay there all day long. Winds will be light and we could see a bit of an inversion layer. We've been watching and tracking a little bit of reduced air quality in the region. Temperatures dropping down at 8 o'clock to 34 degrees. For Walla Walla tomorrow, foggy day. You're not going to probably burn out of that fog with those temperatures low and hardly any wind to speak of. So be prepared for fog and freezing fog on the roadways for Walla Walla. In Hermiston, same situation, foggy, chilly out the door, and then we'll see those temperatures warm up to the 40s with cloudy skies and then back to the fog for the evening. Let's take a peek at your 7-day planning forecast. Foggy days for the next few, and then we stay a little bit of a warm up on Sunday. Now we'll start out very windy overnight Saturday into Sunday. In fact, we may have a high wind advisory in place for your Saturday with winds up to 45 miles an hour. Sunday afternoon should be lovely with some sunshine. Then we stay pretty dry for the rest of the remainder right into your Thanksgiving Thursday with a slight chance of showers there in the Tri-Cities. For Walla Walla and Hermiston, going to be foggy there at least through Saturday with a slight chance of showers there on Sunday in the Walla Walla area and cloudy overcast skies with more chances of rain in Thanksgiving. So stick around. I've got more coming up all about your weather forecast. Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. Coming up, we're talking about kicking the habit. The Great American Smokeout is today, not about barbecue. This is about help for stopping smoking for good. That's next on Apple Valley News Now at 5.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan.
If you missed out on getting a McRib in the past, here's your chance to get one before you miss out again. The McRib returns. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, plus save up to $800.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at GoKubota.com.
Tonight, the face-to-face diplomacy, plus what Israeli forces claim they uncovered.
These weapons have absolutely no business inside a hospital.
As the fighting intensifies, more Americans turn to the most watched program on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
However you do the holiday season, do more together in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $5,250 total value on this Silverado with a TurboMax engine. See your community Chevy dealers.
Are your closets overflowing? Is your garage filled with things you no longer need? When you donate to Goodwill, you're not just clearing space in your home, you're creating opportunities for those in need. By donating or shopping at Goodwill, you actively contribute to local employment opportunities and help individuals find work within your community. So donate your gently used items to Goodwill, and together we can transform lives and build a brighter future. Goodwill, your ultimate Black Friday destination.
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich with fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion or bacon or sausage. Well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back. Today is the Great American Smokeout, which is an event aimed at helping people kick the habit. According to the American Cancer Society, approximately 34 million American adults smoke tobacco products. And you've probably heard smoking can lead to all sorts of health issues, including diabetes and lung cancer, which is why it's important to quit, but no easy undertaking.
Quitting smoking is really hard and it's very difficult, but people can get there. It may take one time, it may take 2 times, may take 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, but not giving up on it is incredibly important.
Experts say you should start with writing down your reasons to quit, then reducing the number of cigarettes that you smoke each day. Medicine or nicotine substitutes can also help, as can delaying for 10 minutes when the urge strikes, taking a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, then taking sips of water. Also, do something to distract yourself. And if you don't succeed, don't give up, just keep trying. Now here's a look ahead at what's coming up in about 5 minutes on World News Tonight with David Muir.
Tonight, the face-to-face diplomacy, plus what Israeli forces claim they uncovered.
These weapons have absolutely no business inside a hospital.
As the fighting intensifies, more Americans turn to the most watched program on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
It's Mattress Depot USA's November sales event.
Meaning no money down and no interest for up to 3 years on our best-selling mattresses.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Thank you for getting groceries, Mika.
Of course. Happy to help. Will Medicare cover any of these bills?
I thought it would, but it doesn't.
We'll get through this. I will always be here for you.
I know. But what about you? I don't ever want you to be in this situation.
Don't worry, Dad. With WA Cares, I'm earning long-term care benefits with each paycheck. That money will be there when I need it.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
Dear Detour, you took us off-road on the gnarliest trails. You asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Okay, thanks for visiting. Bye, Alice.
I'm stuck.
Not funny anymore.
Yes, it is. Wait, guys. The Mesozoic times are boring and have 0 rad attractions. Triple play is fun. I want to stay here.
Of course you can stay. Oh, fantastic. We won't regret this.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, like bowling, Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park, and a brand new zip line ride, all attached to a cozy hotel.
She's on the logo already. Marketers are the worst.
A semi-truck accident can shatter your life. At Tamaki Law, we put your life back together.
If you've been hit by a semi-truck, call Tamaki Law. We understand the complex rules and regulations of the trucking industry. Dealing with big rig insurance companies requires a knowledgeable legal team, one who fights for compensation and justice that you deserve.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Exciting news. US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro with a stunning titanium design and the best iPhone camera yet. The thing that I love...
Beautiful. Now let's cue the music. Green screen and action.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Come on, man. It's titanium.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Cut. Love it.
That felt good.
New and current customers can get the iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us. Get the gift of connection at US Cellular.
Don't wait. Mattress Depot USA has Black Friday promotions all month long. Buy a Queen Memory Foam mattress starting at just $6.99 and get an adjustable base absolutely free.
Mattress Depot USA.
Welcome back. We're taking a final look at your forecast. Stacey, finally some sunshine and blue skies today.
It was, but cold. Oh my
Yes.
goodness. So you definitely feel the chill in the air. We've dropped several degrees all around the area. Let's take a look at our 7-day planner in Yakima. We are tracking partly cloudy skies on Friday. Some freezing fog developing overnight Friday into Saturday in the Yakima area, with those temperatures again staying chilly right on into Thanksgiving week. The good news is it looks pretty stable, although overcast, and we could see an inversion layer developing into next week, which could impact our air quality. In the Tri-Cities, freezing fog possible Friday night and Saturday. And then the wind's going to kick up on Saturday in the Columbia Basin and through the area. We have a possible wind advisory. We're not quite there just yet, with a 20% chance of showers on Thanksgiving Day in the Tri-Cities. For Walla Walla, again, fog, freezing fog, a chance of rain late Saturday into Sunday, clearing later in the day. And then we could see a couple of rainy days heading into Thanksgiving. And yes, those chilly temperatures and that inversion layer.
All right, thanks, Stacey, and thank you so much for watching. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. We're back tonight at 6.